Hey, Trip here from tripadvice.com, teaching you how to get the girl while still being your genuine self. And today, I'm talking about the #1 book that every man should read. And before I tell you what that book is, I want you to check out my latest blog post. And I'm going to put a little annotation here on the screen so you can check it out. On the blog post, I talk about the other 4 books that every man needs to read. So it's basically like my top 5. Today on this video, I'm talking about the #1, but you can check out the other 4 on the blog post. And most importantly, in this blog post, what I do is I teach you how to learn from these books. A lot of guys, myself included for many years, read books and didn't know the exact way to read them to maximize your results. And I'm talking about nonfiction books or personal development books and reading from them so you can actually get results. And I teach you how to do that in the blog post, so check that out at the end of this video. So what book am I talking about? Well, it's this one right here, and it's called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. And this is a book that was recommended to me many, many years ago. In fact, I remember when it was actually recommended to me, and I didn't even take the leap to start digging into the book right away. It took a few years, which on my part was pretty dumb, because when I finally read the book, I was actually blown away, because it has a lot of amazing information in it that's going to teach you a lot about how to be more of a man. One of the key components of the book that David talks about is about finding your life purpose before anything else. So what that means is finding out why you're here on this earth. What are you put here to do? And that could be anything. That's completely up to you. He explains that once you find your life purpose, everything starts to fall into place. You're happier, it's easier to attract women, and more than anything else, you've created an amazing life for yourself. Another great takeaway from the book, something that I've talked about in a few previous videos, is about giving more than you take in this world. So that means giving more value, helping more people out, doing things for others instead of expecting you to receive everything and your life being about me, 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 me. He teaches you about the difference between masculinity and femininity, because what it does is it describes what it's like to be in your masculine state and what the feminine state is like. And you're going to have to be able to understand the feminine essence, whether or not you're attracting a girl for the first time or whether you've been in a long committed relationship. And of course, one of the best parts about the book is that it teaches you how to be the best version of yourself and still being the best self that you can be, which is something that I obviously preach all the time on these videos. At the end of the day, one of the biggest conclusions that I came to from this book is that you have to accept yourself for who you are. As cheesy as it sounds, you got to accept yourself for everything that you are and everything that you will be. And most importantly, once you do accept yourself and once you do love yourself, you still, from that point forward, continue to improve every single day. So love yourself for who you are and strive to become the best man that you could be. Again, this is a little synopsis on one of the best books that I've ever read, called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. And you're going to find that I'm not the only dating coach or other guy for that matter in personal development that's going to be recommending this book. You're probably going to hear this recommendation a ton of times. And I know that, and I thought, well, am I going to recommend this again? I've heard it recommended a million times, but when a book is good and it brings a lot of value to someone's life, yeah, you got to do it. So check out the book, and of course, check out the blog post that I just put up on my website. And it's about the 5 best books that I recommend to you. Again, this is #1, and then there's 4 others on there. And more importantly, I'm going to be teaching you in this blog post how to learn from these books. So you can just pick up this book and from Amazon, just read it and go through it and then forget most of it. Or you can do this little simple system that I created that I explained in the blog post that's going to help you retain this information and use it so you can get results from it. So check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.